Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be sharing with you my first Valentine's look. Now of course it's Valentine's tomorrow, Valentine's Day, so I thought today that I would share with you a little bit of a soft Valentine's look to start with, a little bit of a glowy look as well. Now the product that I'm wearing on my face is one that I am obsessed with. I think I'm going to have to order a backup because they have a sale at the moment, and the palette that I'm talking about first of all is the Profusion Eye and Cheek palette. Now it is battered, it's filthy dirty, it's got all my fingerprints on it, it's worn away because I use it constantly. I'm just going to open it up. Now in this palette you have a mix of eyeshadows, blushes and highlights. I am obsessed with the blushes. I've already mentioned these in my favourites video. I love them. I actually wear the blushes every single day. I'm wearing this one today. More often I'm wearing this. It's more of a neutral blush, and then I wear this one here quite a lot. Now even though it's quite deep, it is absolutely beautiful. The only one that I don't really wear is that one, just because it's a little bit of a bright pink, a little bit too bright for my skin tone. Now more often than not I wear this blush and I often hit into this highlight, and I did this yesterday and I thought excuse me, I really like the glow that it gives me. So and the highlight is diamonds, so I thought, wow, I'm just going to put a little bit more on my face. So that's what I've done today and I really like it. It's got no glitter to it, it just gives you that dewy glow, which is something that I want from a highlight. I don't want too much glitter, I don't want an extreme shimmer, I just want to look like my skin is naturally dewy, and that is what that beautiful highlight gives me. So it's much more of a glowy look today. I really love it, so much so I think I'm going to pick up a second one of these, because at the moment this is £6.48, and also they've got a lot of the highlights on offer, and I think I'm going to have to pick up a highlight palette as well just to check out different colours. Also within this palette you do get a second highlight actually, and it's called Heartfelt. So this is the one that I'm wearing, but I've got to try this one out. I'm yet to try it out. It's only because I use the blush below it so much that I often hit into that pan without even, you know, knowing that I'm doing so. Okay, what I want to also share with you today, I had to mention that because as you know, I don't really wear a lot of highlight, but I'm really loving today's look. So I had to mention that first. The lip combination, you're probably going to guess what it is, but it is the Revolution Chauffeur lip liner and my favourite lipstick from the Revolution Pro Supreme lipstick collection, and it is Heroin. I love it. Let me just show you the lipstick. Actually, I've got so much in my hands. It's like that. I just line my lips and fill it in a little bit with this lipstick. Works perfectly with so many looks. I am obsessed. Okay. Now for my eyes, as you can see, I only have my base on, my primer from the Revolution Pro range. All products will be listed down below that I'm wearing today. And I thought I would share this with you before the sale runs out and before you can get your hands on it for less than £4. And it is the Profusion Cosmetics Amber Eyes Eyeshadow Makeup Case. Now again, it's in one of these tins, and as you know, I am obsessed with the contour makeup case, which looks exactly like this, but obviously it's contour and things like that, face products, face powders. Again, that is only £3.98. If you would like to test out a face product, so powder, contour, and you're on a budget, or you just obviously don't like spending too much money on makeup, which is me this year, then I would certainly try out the contour makeup case. It is beautiful. I've actually got three of those at the moment because I stocked up when I purchased a few products within the sale. This again is £3.98. I've shared it in a recent video because now I'm just going to show you the mirror. So you do get a full length mirror of the actual lid, and then the product looks like this. Now this reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills, oh my goodness, it's gone. not subculture, that's what I was thinking of the other day. Modern Renaissance, there we go. Yeah, so this reminds me of the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but this at the moment is only £3.98. I believe it's about £6.48 regularly, so still inexpensive. If you want to get your hands on this, then I would certainly check out the Profusion website at the moment. Obviously all links will be down below. What I really like about these palettes, and I'm really hoping that this makeup case is as good quality as the eyeshadows that are in this or in the larger palettes, because the colours are so amazing. And you know, I've mentioned it before a few times now, you know, I don't want to spend a lot of money on makeup, but it doesn't matter if it is less expensive, but it has to be a good product. Even £3.98, £6.48 as this is usually, you know, it's still going to be a waste of money if the product isn't any good. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to create a look using this. I'm wearing my favourite makeup today. I'm very glowy for Valentine's, and I think tomorrow I'm going to be sharing with you perhaps a little bit more of an intense Valentine's look. I'm not quite sure yet. If you would like me to do so, then obviously list it down below. Mention it down below in the comments. Right, the brush in here. Now I've mentioned the brushes from these Profusion palettes before. This one is a little bit shorter, I think. It might not be. I don't think I've got a Profusion brush here. No, I don't. It might be a little bit shorter than the larger. I'm just going to measure it because this one came with a brush. Yeah, it's smaller than the larger palettes, which it would do because obviously this is a smaller palette anyway. So but it's, you know, these are good brushes. This is very fluffy, long and fluffy that end, and then thinner. Let me show you it first. So thinner and wide there, so much more of a packer brush, and you can really get into that crease area. Okay, I'll probably use that just to show you that it works. So let me just go through a few of the shades so we've got a little bit of an idea of how they swatch, the kind of colours that we're going to get in here and things like that. So I think I'm going to, have I got a hair on my face? I think I'm going to have to go for Devoted, which is this one here. You get quite a few mattes in here actually. Oh, I love that. Wow, that is a beautiful plum. Now, I wouldn't go too much by the swatches with the Profusion eyeshadows. The only reason I'm saying that is now I have swatched a number of the shades. They don't particularly swatch that great, but they do go on the eye really well. So that's Devoted. I'm just actually going to see how many mattes to shimmers we get. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9 mattes, and then 1, 2, 3 shimmers. So you get 12 shades in total. Okay, that's not too bad. If you like your mattes, you're going to love this. So that one was Devoted. Let's go for Outspoken, which is like a brick browny red kind of colour. There's that one. A little bit better. You can see the pigmentation is there, but they never swatch that great. And then I'm going to go for Fearless, which is like a burnt orange. That's better. So there, Fearless. I'm just going to go over the top of those first two. Perhaps it was just the first layer. That's better for that one. Let's try Devoted. So I've gone over that one. That seems very intense. That one is good. This one here, Devoted, the first one, didn't swatch particularly well the second time round. I'm going to swatch all of the shimmers. So we've got Thoughtful, first of all, which is a brown. So that's Thoughtful there. Beautiful. Then we have Chatty. Chatty there. And then we've got Excited. that's excited. So you have a golden shimmer, more of a champagne, and then you have a deeper bronzy brown shimmer. Okay, so there's all of the swatches that I'm going to be sharing with you for now. I do also have the nude eyeshadow palette. If you would like me to share that with you as well, then obviously do let me know down below. So what am I going to go in with first? Ooh, we've got some beautiful shades here. I think I might go in with Outgoing first of all, which is this one here. The first, was it the first one? I think it might have been the last one that I swatched, actually, not the first one. So we're going in with Outgoing, and I'm using the brush that comes with the palette. Now, as you can see, the brush picks up a lot of product. There's a little bit of kick up as well, which is what I've come to expect from this brand. And the brushes, whatever brush you use, again, always seems to pick up a lot of product. So I might tap a little bit of that off to start with, because I don't want to go in too heavy. Okay, and I did set my base. So let's see what this goes on like. Actually, that's not too bad for the first. I'm just going to go over the top of that, intensify it a little bit. That's not bad at all. I don't know what I was expecting. Again, and I've mentioned this about these tins. I have tried tins from other brands and I've never been that impressed. And tins to me always make me think of inexpensive, cheap makeup that I don't particularly like. So I was actually put off by the tin to start with, but once I used the makeup case, the contour makeup case, a few times, I realised that although yes it is in a tin, the makeup inside is so good. So that's what I'm hoping for from this. So again, I'm just going to pat that down. Even when I set my eye base, it always tends to accumulate in the crease. Okay, let's try again with this eye and see how we get on. Again, really, really good. That side looked a little bit more pigmented. Obviously, I was more confident with that side than this side. Yeah, really love that. Okay, I'm going to swap brushes now and go in with my old favourite, which of course is the Primark Eye Contour brush. Now, I really want to use that Devoted shade. It was beautiful, and obviously I want the look, it's Valentine, so I want it to be a little bit pink. A little bit, you know, pink and all of those nice colours. So I'm going to go in over the top of that. Now, when I've put the Devoted shade over the top of Outgoing, it does seem, because I have owned the Modern Renaissance before, I have gifted it away, but what I do know is that it's not, when you put the colours on top of one another, you don't get a pink look. It's all very neutral, and you know, even if you use, like I have the Devoted shade, it's not pink as in, you know, a bright pink. It seems to be like a brown pink, and this is exactly what is happening here. So you know, it's absolutely fine. I mean, I loved Modern Renaissance, but I just didn't like the price tag. So I'm going to do that on the other eye as well. Like that. I'm also going to go into Amour beside it, which is again pink, but it looks a little bit richer, and it is. I went for the wrong pink. That's better. That's a lot better. It seems like this one, Devoted, is a little bit less pigmented than Amore, which is that one there. And that is beautiful. I think perhaps you could have done without that Devoted shade when you've got such a beautiful shade right beside it. I was a little bit worried there. I thought, oh my goodness. But no, that has definitely restored my faith in this palette. I'm just going to get Outgoing and actually run that underneath. That's obviously with the first brush, the Profusion brush that came with the palette. Lovely. And then I'm just going to use what's left on the brush. Really love that Amore shade. That is beautiful. Very, very pigmented. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Giving me a beautiful look. Love that. Okay, now I want to go a little bit deeper and perhaps neutralise the pink a little bit. So I'm going to go into Cozy, which is that one there. Have a look and see what that one does. Yeah, really love that as well. It works perfectly with that Amore shade. Love that. Also, I just wanted to mention before I go any further with the look, what I try and do on this channel is to keep the looks simple. It also suits my eye shape, the looks that I share with you, but also my whole channel is not necessarily, you know, like a lot of other channels that you see where you'll see, you know, quite heavy makeup, a lot of experimentation with makeup and things like that. My channel is solely based on simple, easy to recreate looks, and yeah, that is what my channel is about. So I just wanted to mention, because every now and again I seem to have to mention this, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I like simple eye makeup, I like things simple, and I want to recreate simplistic looks that everybody can recreate, but also that they pack a punch as well. So that's basically what my channel is all about. I don't wear any false eyelashes, I don't have any lights, I don't have any editing. Again, I'm just going to mention that if you are new to my channel, I don't edit because I want you to see the look from A to Z. I don't have any lights because I'm sat in front of my window so that you can see it's all natural light, and you know, I just wanted to mention that. And obviously the looks that I create are all easily achievable for anybody. Obviously you can do whatever you like, whether you would like to simplify them even more, or perhaps you want to zhuzh it up a little bit more. Obviously you can do that, but this is a makeup look that suits my eyes, and it's easy for anyone who's either just getting into makeup, or perhaps you've always been a little bit wary of eyeshadow. My daughter, actually my youngest daughter, hasn't worn, she actually took a while to get into eyeshadow, and she doesn't necessarily wear a lot of eyeshadow. So you know, that's what this channel is all about. Of course, obviously I welcome any comments on that, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. So obviously let's just get back to the look. So I'm just adding Cozy again here. Really, really love that brown. It's quite cool actually, but it works beautifully with that Amour shade. Really love that. Again, I always go quite deep as well, just because that's what suits my colouring, and I wear this kind of makeup most of the time, even when I'm walking the puppy. Okay, so that is I think that's all the base done. I'm just going to bring it around there a little bit. Really love how they work together. Beautiful, actually, very, very beautiful. Okay, now what I want to do is test out the shimmers. I'm going to use two. I think I'm going to go in with Thoughtful first, which was the deepest brown shimmer, and then if it's too dark, I'll go in over the top with one of the lighter shimmers. I think Excited, it's a little bit more golden, but I want to test them out and show you what they look like. This might just be a little bit too deep for what I want, but there's not an extensive range of shimmers. Obviously you could use another palette if that's what you wanted, but obviously for the purpose of this video I want to keep to just this palette. So I suppose this could be your evening look for tomorrow. Actually that's worked perfectly, and that is a beautiful brown. I was a little bit worried about this palette because you think, you know, I think we're still in the mindset, if you don't spend a lot, it's a little bit rubbish. But actually, that shimmer is beautiful. Really love it. It's not too deep, but it's not too light either. It's perfect for a, you know, going out for your Valentine's, perhaps, whatever you're doing for Valentine's. Oh, I love that shimmer. Wasn't expecting a great deal, but that has really surprised me. I love it. It's got a little bit of an undertone to it, so love that. I think I'm going to go back in with my eye contour brush and get a little bit more of Cozy. Like that. Wow, that looks absolutely fantastic. Love that. Now I'm not going to go over the top. I think that is perfect for Valentine's, so I'm going to get this brush, which is the 250 pencil and powder smudge brush, which comes in with the trio of brushes. In fact, I've got all three here now. I've remembered to bring them all in. This is the trio of brushes that you can pick up from Primark. This is the 251 Eye Crease Contour brush that I use all the time to start my looks off with. Obviously not today because I wanted to test out the Profusion brush. This is the round-headed brush, which is the eyeshadow blending brush, 252. Love that for packing that product into the outer corner. And then this is the 250 pencil and powder smudge brush, and I've got eyeshadow all over it, as you can see now, but it's pointed, works beautifully for the inner corner. So I'm going in with Excited, which is the golden, more golden shimmer shade. That is gorgeous. That is an outstanding inner corner shade for me. I don't like anything too too light and stark, but I want something rich, but I don't want it to be too light. Oops, what have I got in my hair now? That is gorgeous, and I really love an inner corner highlight. I'm actually getting quite obsessed about it. It really does open the eye up beautifully. Okay, I'm going in with my usual eyeliner. As you can see, it's getting shorter and shorter. I think I might have to invest in a new one. I think I've had this ever since it launched. That is how short it is now. We're getting there, and I don't think I've ever used an eyeliner up completely, but you know, I'm halfway there. It's from Revolution. It's the HD Smoky waterproof liner. I think it's about £2 or £3. It is amazing. It's the only liner that stays on my waterline, and I even have it still sometimes in the morning. Okay, and then the mascara, of course, it has to be the Mascara Revolution. I have put on my Instagram today because I know a few of you were interested, and I will be very interested. Of course, I now have to walk the puppy in all weathers, and I have come back home looking a bit like a panda on a lot of occasions. And there was one occasion last week my husband didn't even tell me. It wasn't until a few hours after I came back and I looked in the mirror for the first time, I thought, I've been walking around like this for most of the day. But yeah, there's now a waterproof version of this. Same price, £8, available at revolutionbeauty.com and superdrug.com, and I will be getting my hands on it when I've used this up, but sooner the better, because I need it. I need to stop the panda eyes. Oh my goodness. That hadn't happened to me before, and then you know that rain that you don't realise you're getting wet in. I came back and I thought, you know, I'm fine, and then I can't understand why my husband didn't even mention it. But there you go. But I mean, this is such a fantastic mascara. It's just I've noticed that because obviously I've had to go out for walks and it's not been that pleasant out there recently. Oops, missed a bit. There we go. I love it, so I can't wait to test the waterproof version. Okay, so that is my first Valentine's glowy. I'm absolutely loving the glow today. No shimmer, no sparkle, just a beautiful glow, and I really did put it everywhere so I could share it with you, you know, that you could put it all over, and you know, it looked glowy rather than glittery, I suppose. I'm also really impressed with this eye look as well. I wasn't expecting great things from this. Like I say, I've got it in my mind that tins are not particularly that great, but as with the contour makeup case, it is really, really good. I absolutely love it. The colours are just outstanding. I love that lid shimmer. I'm just going to give you a closer look because it's brown, but it's got like a pink shimmer to it. It is outstanding. I think I might have to pick up another one of these. I can see that I'm going to use it a lot. And at the moment it is only £3.98, something like that. Of course, I'll link it down below. So if you love the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills, but you don't want to spend £43, this is a cheaper alternative, and the eye look is just as good. The only disappointment was that shade Devoted. It didn't give me the intensity that I was expecting. I think, is it Love Letter from the Anastasia Beverly Hills one? This one really worked like that, very intense. Yes, there's a little bit of kick up, but you know, £3.98 or £6.48 to, you know, £43, which that's what I paid for mine. I think it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Love that. Absolutely love the look. It's beautiful, gorgeous, and I would certainly wear this look out, you know, for my Valentine, well, whatever is happening tomorrow. Yeah, but so far I think this is definitely a contender for tomorrow, for me wearing this look tomorrow. Well, depending on what I come up with tomorrow, obviously. Obviously, I would love your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the look, what you think of this palette. Have you picked it up and are you getting great results from it? Obviously, I would also love your thoughts on the now waterproof mascara from Revolution. Are you going to pick up that? Also, I'd love your thoughts about this. Absolutely obsessed. What are you thinking about the glow? Usually, yes, I have a matte face, but I am really loving this. It is absolutely outstanding. Love it. And like I say, it's only £6.48, something like that, on sale at the moment. So if you want it, pick it up. And also what I will say is, if you are if you love Heart Sweets here in the UK, you'll love the scent of this as well, because that's what it reminds me of. Okay, that's everything for today. A lot to talk about today, so apologies in advance that this is a little bit of a long video. I've always got a lot to talk about, and as usual, there are a lot of things that I wanted to share with you, new products and all things like that. So I'd love your thoughts on all of that, and if you have just stumbled across my channel, I would love it if you subscribed. I would also like to know if you love Profusion. Is a recent kind of it's a recent brand or recent, you know, recent thing for me, but I absolutely love it. So yeah, I'd love your thoughts on Profusion as a whole. But as always, I'll be back here similar time, same place tomorrow. I would love it if you join me. So until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.